Hi, I'm just recording a quick video here with some responses to the Thinglink I made, which you can see on the screen, about this chapter of Polybius at the end of his description or his narrative of the crossing of the Alps by Hannibal. Firstly, I asked, what was elided at the beginning of the passage? Well, Polybius says there was 3 days' march. He doesn't describe it. And instead, he talks about the march in general immediately following. He then says he had lost many of his men by the hands of the enemy in crossing rivers and on the march in general. Again, not the specifics of the descent. The precipices and difficulties of the Alps had cost him not only many men, but a far greater number of horses and sumpter animals. These losses, again, are not described in detail. Okay? Perhaps because of the difficulty of finding out and tallying up such information. They are, of course, relatively expendable. It's Hannibal who is the focus here. The whole march from New Carthage takes 5 months. He spent 15 days in crossing the Alps. Again, this would require us to go back and tally up all the days that were spent in the previous narrative. And now, Hannibal descends into the plain of the Po River, the major river of northern Italy. He does so boldly, and it could be said that the entire passage, the entire crossing, has been described with a certain speed. Of course, this is the first time that an unexpected attack has been made on Italy from the north, and by Africans. It's not the first time that Gauls have attacked Italy, for instance, but this kind of bold descent is matched again by the narrative speed we saw at the beginning of this paragraph, okay, which kind of jump cuts to the end, to this summing up that Polybius delivers. And then finally, we get some numbers. His surviving forces numbered 12,000 African and 8,000 Iberian foot soldiers, and not more than 6,000 horse in all, cavalry. Okay? So that's 20,000 foot soldiers and 6,000 horsemen. So this kind of rounds off with a barrage of figures, the preceding narrative, and kind of is a mark of closure, putting an end to this section of Polybius' narrative. Finally, we have something interesting. Polybius gestures to an outside authority. Hannibal himself states these figures in the inscription on the column at Licinium relating to the number of his forces. So, this is the ultimate eyewitness account. It takes Hannibal on trust. And what is surprising about the location of this? Well, where do you think Licinium is? Polybius' backup, Hannibal, the authoritative source, made his monument put up this monument near the temple of Juno in Italy, in Calabria, in southern Italy, as you can see here. So, that is odd, isn't it? Because Hannibal, in the end, had to leave Italy. And so this monument is all that is left, is all that survives. And contrary to what you might expect, Hannibal is being completely trusted here, irrespective of the possibilities that he might be using this, what we might call res gestae inscription, to big himself up. So Polybius is on the one hand credulous, but also determined, it would seem, not to go out and shock us and and is presenting an image of care as a historian. Thank you for listening.